is giving flashbacks to Ferguson and the killing of Michael Brown Jr. This man, Dorian Johnson, was with Michael Brown the day he was shot and killed by police.
Yeah, this whole incident started the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
Gave it a lot of fuel.
Yeah, and not to mention that day they was out robbing people.
Yeah.
Strong arm robbery.
Yeah.
Is the textbook term for it.
Yeah.
Now we're learning Johnson has been shot and killed. Early this morning, shots were fired in a Ferguson neighborhood and rumors started swirling about who was involved. That shooting happened on Abaco Court, just east of West Florissant Avenue. First Alert Force started making phone calls to find out if the rumors were true, and we have confirmed the man shot and killed at the scene was Michael Brown Jr.'s friend, Dorian Johnson. Our Jordan Burrell joins us in Jr.'s friend, Dorian, shot and killed at the
Look how dilapidated. Not the streets are not even. You can't even see the names of the streets on the signs.
Yeah. Well, you can't go in there and paint them. You get shot.
scene was Michael Brown Jr.'s friend, Dorian Johnson. Our Jordan Burrell joins us in the newsroom with more details as reaction begins to pour in tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, good evening, Morgan. It's a sad Sunday for many in Ferguson and beyond tonight. Many mourning the loss of Dorian Johnson, the man who made national headlines for being the friend who was last with Michael Brown Jr. before he was killed. On social media, people call the 33-year-old a St. Louis and Ferguson legend that is
nuts. He's a legend. Well, he's a legend in the black community.
Subsaharians, the black community, actually think that man's a hero?
Yeah. It's a different world.
Different world?
Yeah.
Different planet.
gone way too soon. The man and friend of Michael Brown Jr., Dorian Johnson, was there when police shot and killed Brown more than 10 years ago. First Alert Force spoke to him shortly after that incident. He recalled the death of his friend.
He shot again, and once my friend felt that shot, he turned around and he put his hands in the air, and he started to get down, but the officer still approached with his weapon drawn, and he fired several more shots.
Nah, when I saw that the first time, I said, oh, no. That's not what happened. I was like, you studying like this when you saying it?
Yeah, so he gave the impression that he was running. He got shot in the back. He felt that. So he stopped. He turned around. He got on his knees. And then the police officer approached him and finished him off. Execution style.
That's not what happened.
That is a total lie.
Yeah, but this, I guess his testimony and his activism of Black Lives Matter after this incident, that's why they label him as a hero, as a legend.
He's a liar.
Yeah, but that whole Black Lives Matter movement, if they really gave a damn about black people, they would have targeted things that afflicts the black community more than white police officers gunning.
Like this one incident. Why is Black Lives Matter not marching the streets right now after this dude's death?
Because it's not by a white police officer. If it's by another black guy, nobody cares. Right. Nobody cares.
Right. They only care when a white man does it.
Yeah, and it also exposes the motive behind Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
It's just something to galvanize black people to vote for Democrats.
Yeah, and think a certain way.
Yeah.
That's push a political narrative.
Yeah.
On Sunday, 33-year-old Johnson became a victim himself, not even a mile from the spot that his friend was shot and killed 11 years ago.
That is crazy.
That is wild. Yeah, it's a real thing. Karma is real.
You would call it karma?
Yeah. You living a dirty life, stabbing people in the back, looking over. You have to, wherever you walk, you have to look over your shoulder.
Yeah, robbing people.
This dude's dead.
Yeah. I mean, that day that his friend got gunned down by police, which was later determined to be in self-defense of the officer, they had just robbed some guy at some
convenience store. Yeah.
Convenience store. Strong arm robbery.
Yeah, dude lived a unclean life, and it catches up to you.
No, when me and you was a private investigator, and when they would only send us to the black communities.
Yeah.
I remember they sent us to Compton and Watts. They would only send us because we was the only two black guys that worked there, right?
Yeah, they thought we was going to fit in.
Right? And while we was in those communities investigating people, right? All the black people are constantly looking over their shoulder.
Yeah.
When they come out, you can see people looking through their blinds and then their curtains, and then they'll come out and they'll be like this. Look like damn groundhogs coming out the ground, looking around for a damn hawk to come down and snatch them up.
You go into the inner city, you watch black people, how they behave. Just them simply, when they're simply just walking down the street, they're looking over their shoulder the entire time.
Yeah, and they're not looking for white people.
Right.
in the 9,000 block of Abaco Drive. Ferguson police say they were called around 8:30 Sunday morning for a man that had been shot. They say Dorian Johnson later died at the hospital from his injuries. First Alert 4 reached out to Dorian Johnson's family, but they
Look how hood them cars look. That's a Oldsmobile. I think that is a 1985 Oldsmobile.
Your dad had a car like that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't.
It didn't look like that.
Yeah, it looked like Pinky Johnson's car.
That's a sub-Saharan mobile.
That is nuts.
Look at the rims in that pink car. What an atrocity.
They have not responded. We spoke to his grandmother, Brenda Johnson, back in 2015 after Johnson and his brother were arrested. She had concerns about Dorian and their family after he made national headlines during the Ferguson unrest.
Dorian has this target on his back, so it makes it easy. You know, well, if we can't get to you, we'll get your brothers, we'll get your family, we'll get any.
That is nuts.
Why does he have a target on his back?
Yeah, she's making it seem like white people's after him for coming forward about what happened to Michael Brown. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Ain't no white people going for your son.
It only makes sense if the black people are after him.
Yeah. Hey, black people do not have a target on their back from white people.
Anybody that's close to you.
Ferguson police confirmed that an individual in custody and warrants have been applied for with the St. Louis County Prosecutor's Office. While the investigation continues, an outpouring of love and support for Johnson and his family floods social media timelines.
Yeah, he's a hero in the black community.
But he lied about that whole incident. Black people
Well,
not did that due diligence and did their own research. That was all a lie. And they're still calling this dude a hero when he's a liar.
This is being reported by KMOV St. Louis. Look how they're spinning the story.
Right. Dude was not a hero. He was a criminal and a liar.
Yeah.
Timelines. In 2015,
I mean, it's horrible he's dead.
Oh, of course.
I don't
Of
wish
course.
that on anybody, but
Of course.
they're acting like some famous religious person died.
Yeah. They don't give this much news attention to a black preacher who passes away.
Johnson filed a civil rights lawsuit against the city of Ferguson, the former police chief Thomas Jackson, and the officer who shot Brown. That suit was dismissed by both parties at the end of 2024.
Yeah, because it was bogus.
Right.
Live in the newsroom, Jordan Burrell, First Alert 4.
Story's nuts.
Wow, how they spent that story, man.
Yeah. But that started...
Why would you even run this dude's death on the news, knowing the facts about this man?
This is news in the black community.
Yeah, dude was a criminal. He was robbing people with that dude.
Yeah.
With what was his name? Brown?
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude lied about what happened. And y'all mourning his death.
Well, you should mourn everybody's death, you know?
Would I mourn the devil's death?
Well, I wouldn't call him the devil, Kevin.
I'm just, as an analogy, would you mourn a serial killer's death?
No, he ain't a serial killer.
I ain't say he's a serial killer. He's no saint either.
Yeah, I get that.
Why would you mourn his death?
Well, I'm sure he had loved ones, people that loved him.
Yeah, everybody has someone that love him, but why do we celebrate and remember his life for the things he's done? Hands up. Don't shoot.
That was a lie.
That was a damn lie.
And now they're painting him like he...
And they mourning his death on TV.
And they're mourning him as if he's did a lot for the black community.
I don't think he's did anything but lie. He's a criminal. He's a known criminal.
Yeah, and he never cleaned his life up.
Yeah.
And all that criminal activity he surrounds himself with led to the end of his life.
Yeah.
But they're got him on the news and they're painting him like he's some kind of hero in the black community. Is very weird.
Yeah. Do you see white people mourning criminals' deaths?